Darren Till versus Derek Brunson is set to main event a fight night on August the 14th, and I can't wait for this middleweight bout between two top contenders in that division in a time where we need to start matching up those top contenders, because Israel Adesanya right now has two rematches on his hands, one against Marvin Vettori coming up soon in June, and the other one after that against Robert Whittaker. If the world is not evil and cruel, Robert Whittaker will get his title shot after Marvin Vettori. So we need to start matching up top middleweight contenders, and Darren Till versus Derek Brunson makes ultimate sense. There was a rumour going around for a moment that Darren Till was going to be taking on Luke Rockhold in London. I'm kind of okay with that not happening, because as much as I like the matchup of Darren Till versus Luke Rockhold, and I understand why they would want to do that for Luke Rockhold's comeback, I'd much rather Darren Till actually fight a ranked contender in the middleweight division and get a solid win at middleweight before we even start considering title elimination bouts, because I know if he does beat Derek Brunson, Israel Adesanya and his coach are going to start eyeing up a potential matchup with Darren Till, and I don't think he deserves it, but if he does get a win against Derek Brunson, he is going to be on his way to the title elimination bout that he needs in that middleweight division against a top contender in the division in Derek Brunson. Real high stakes. I do believe that Darren Till is going to get the job done. It's Derek Brunson. I know that you can also say it's Darren Till. He loses fights as well. I just feel like Darren Till is far, far better than Derek Brunson, and far, far better in terms of takedown defense than a guy like Kevin Holland. And I think the one thing that Derek Brunson needs to be able to do in order to win fights against you nowadays is really expose a lack of takedown defense. And one thing that Darren Till has had throughout his entire career that's been really, really good, other than some of his stand-up moments, is his takedown defense. People do not spend time on top of Darren Till. They may get him down, but he pops right back up, straight back to his feet every single time, effortlessly sometimes as well. Robert Whittaker was chucking him around in the 5th round, and Till just kept getting right back up. Even Kelvin Gastelum had moments where he would shoot a perfectly timed takedown on Darren Till, and Darren Till would just find a way to pop right back up to his feet. We've seen this many times in Darren Till bouts. Tyron Woodley tried to take him down in the 1st round of their bout, couldn't do anything there in the clinch to Darren Till. He's very, very good at stuffing takedowns, and even if he does get taken down, very good at popping back up again, and I feel like that's going to be a real problem for Derek Brunson, who needs to get takedowns in fights. Otherwise, he's going to be stuck on the feet with Darren Till, and I don't think that's going to be a good thing for Derek Brunson. I know there are some people out there that might be picking Derek Brunson here. I am not going to be doing it. I feel like this is a great matchup for Darren Till, and very convenient as well for Darren Till to pull out of that fight with Marvin Vettori. And now, what do you know? You've got a nice matchup with Derek Brunson. No problem, dude. I'm sure he did break his collarbone. I'm not accusing him of being a liar right now. But things just worked out really, really well for Darren Till. He got Marvin Vettori, a pretty bad matchup for himself. Now he's got Derek Brunson. Now, Marvin Vettori and Derek Brunson actually do similar things. I would argue that Marvin Vettori actually has better grappling than Derek Brunson, in my opinion. I thought Marvin Vettori fought a more focused version of Kevin Holland, in my opinion. Okay, he took him down more times than Derek Brunson did. I think he did better than Derek Brunson did against Kevin Holland as well. And he had more control time than Derek Brunson did in that fight. Marvin Vettori was very good in the grappling against Kevin Holland, and I feel like Derek Brunson, although also was quite good in the grappling, Kevin Holland was trying against Marvin Vettori, and Vettori was still more successful than Derek Brunson in that bout. You could see in the Kevin Holland versus Derek Brunson fight that after the 1st round, it didn't go Kevin Holland's way. He basically just decided to lose that fight. Now, I know that that's going to be a little bit weird to understand, because these are pro athletes with their entire career on the line. I'm just not willing to say, after watching Derek Brunson's performances, that he's going to be able to go out there and hold down Darren Till. And even if he can hold down Darren Till, I don't think he can do it for 5 rounds. And if there is ever a moment past that 1st round where these two men are going to be on their feet, I think it's going to be a very, very easy Darren Till win. I might even go by TKO. I'm feeling around the 2nd round is where Darren Till's maybe going to put him out. Maybe. I don't want to do that though, because every single time I pick Darren Till to win by TKO, he just goes out there and slowly, methodically picks someone apart and just stays on the outside and barely lands one more significant different strike than they do every single round. Either way, I'm very confident here in Darren Till beating Derek Brunson. Very dangerous matchup, though. Of course, Derek Brunson always has that chance in the first round to land that big punch, and Darren Till has been KO'd before. I think he showed a good chin in his Robert Whittaker bout, which doesn't get enough credit because Whittaker was tagging him with massive, massive shots, and everyone gives Kelvin Gastelum a lot of credit for surviving Whittaker's blows. Darren Till took clean shots off Robert Whittaker and took them very well. Survived even when he was on the ground with Robert Whittaker. He did quite well to defend himself. It wasn't like a dominant beatdown from Robert Whittaker in that second round. I mean, he was landing strikes, don't get me wrong, but Till stayed in there, got his wits about him, came back in the fight, started to do quite well in rounds 3 and 4. Either way, I like Darren Till here, man. I think this is a very good matchup for him. The only issue I have with this is, like, broken collarbones, they heal real fast, huh? They heal real fast, broken collarbones. I feel like it's barely been like a couple of weeks. Maybe time is just rushing by right now and I'm just not noticing it because I'm noticing that more and more. But, I feel like that collarbone healed real fast, so maybe he's jumping back in there a little bit too soon. Maybe it was only like a minor fracture of the collarbone and it was just because he was so close to his fight with Marvin Vettori that he decided not to fight him. Either way, I feel like maybe there's a chance he's rushing his way back into this middleweight division because August 14th is only 3 months away, so I guess he's going to have a little bit more recovery time, then start getting into camp against Derek Brunson. I just have watched Derek Brunson fight past the first round on the feet with his opponents, and I've watched Darren Till fight past the first round on his feet with his opponents. And they're very different things, okay? Because before this video started, I had Derek Brunson on one screen, I had Darren Till on another screen. I was playing Darren Till versus Robert Whittaker, I was playing Derek Brunson versus Kevin Holland. I think it's best to use their last performance to really judge where they're at in their career. And, it's just a little bit of a night and day performance in terms of stand-up ability, you know? And if Derek Brunson can't go out there and grapple Darren Till, he's going to be stuck on the feet with him for the majority of the bout. And Brunson's never really a guy to jump on a position as you're getting back up to your feet either. He's not really one of those guys who's going to, like, snatch your back and put the hooks in and then go for a rear naked choke as you're getting up against the cage. So I feel like he's more of, like, a positional wrestler. He doesn't really go for too many submission attempts. I mean, he has a couple in his arsenal, don't get me wrong, that he'll eventually go to. But he doesn't really go to them too often. He's not going to pounce and snatch your back or, like, roll for an armbar or go for a leg lock. Anything like a Jack Hermansson would do, which I think is quite a bad matchup for Darren Till. Because in that case, even if Darren Till can get back up, you've got to worry about a guy pouncing on submission attempts that you're going to reveal to them while you're getting back up, because Darren Till seems to get up from these takedowns without a care in the world for anything to do with jiu-jitsu, because he just stands right back up, and maybe he could give up his back in those situations. But at middleweight, I don't think that's going to be a problem with Derek Brunson. I think he's just not going to be able to keep him down, and that's going to mean Till schools him on the feet for 5 rounds, or I might go with TKO just because Brunson's a little bit chinny. And I can see Darren Till, if he does start to realise that he's got a real advantage on Derek Brunson on the feet, I can see him looking for a finish just to really announce himself back in the middleweight division, because there's a lot of doubt around Darren Till right now. He's lost 3 or 4 of his last bouts, and he's still ranked in the top of the division, and there was conversations about him fighting for the title if he did beat Marvin Vettori, which is just crazy, because actually right now, if you look at it, if he did beat Marvin Vettori, he probably would be fighting for the belt right now in June, because Adesanya had the plan to ruin Whittaker's chances of a rematch as soon as Whittaker was done with Gastelum. So you might have even been looking at right now Darren Till versus Israel Adesanya in June, which is crazy to me. So I think he's going to want to come back, make a statement. I think he should take on the winner of Paulo Costa versus Jared Cannonier, which also has been announced, purely because he speaks Portuguese. If Paulo Costa beats Jared Cannonier, you know, if Jared Cannonier beats Paulo Costa, you've got 2 of the guys that Israel Adesanya wanted to fight. Neither of them have history with Israel Adesanya. They can match up with each other as well. I think that's the perfect matchup to do. The winner of this bout versus the winner of Paulo Costa versus Jared Cannonier. Maybe if it's Derek Brunson, he might play the game of sitting out on the sidelines and trying to earn himself a title shot that way, but I don't think that's going to happen because he's number 5 right now in the division. I think if he wins this one, he'll move above maybe the loser of Paulo Costa versus Jared Cannonier and maybe move above Marvin Vettori as well. So actually, Derek Brunson, if he wins, could be ranked around the number 3 area, and I feel like Darren Till could also sneak that number 3 or 4 spot as well. But I want the winner of this one to take on the winner of Paulo Costa, Jared Cannonier. Great matchups right now in the middleweight division. Darren Till is going to win this one, and I think it's going to be pretty bad on the feet. If I had to really look into my crystal ball and give you a last-minute detailed prediction, I'd go with this. Derek Brunson comes out, looks for a big shot immediately on Darren Till. Darren Till survives, moves around. Oh well, he takes the shot quite well. Starts looking to set some things up. As he's trying to set things up, Derek Brunson's going to shoot for a takedown. Maybe get Darren Till down, but Darren Till's going to use himself to get back up. Use the cage to get back up. Start working his way up against the cage. Derek Brunson's going to shoot again. Darren Till's maybe going to go down again, but work his way back up to his feet. He's very good at immediately not settling on the ground and using things like a butterfly sweep or something like that to work his way back up to his feet. We saw that against Kelvin Gastelum. I feel like Brunson won't be able to keep him down in round 1, but maybe there's a chance he can catch him on the chin or something like that whilst Darren Till's thinking about the takedown. But I just don't see that happening, man. I really don't. I feel like Derek Brunson, past the first round in bouts, on the feet against opponents, he looks like he's fighting underwater. Watch him. You know, it's really slow stuff. The hands don't come back to their chin. And when you're fighting a guy like Darren Till, and you're telegraphing, you're slow, you're not defensively aware after you throw your shots, and you don't have the takedown to fall back on, like he has done against Kevin Holland and Edmund Shabazian, who we really didn't know too much about, and maybe should have seen it coming by both of their performances against Darren Stewart. If you don't know, Kevin Holland and Edmund Shabazian both got out-grappled by Darren Stewart and made it very, very close with him. That should have been a red flag. I don't know how I didn't see it. Other people did. Well done to you. I think Darren Till has shown us evidence of good takedown defense. Enough in his career for me to trust him here to win. I don't know if this one's going to be in UFC London, but what I do know is we need to get other guys from England on this card 100%, because there are a bunch of them right now coming through, especially another Scouser, Paddy Pimblett, mate. He's going to be on the card as well, I assume. August, coming up soon. Paddy Pimblett's long-awaited debut. I can see him versus Herbert Burns opening up the main card. I can see Arnold Allen versus Josh Emmett as the co-main event. I can already see this card coming together very well for England, and I think it's going to be a great night of fights. Really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to the memes on Instagram from the pair of them, because they've both been going at it for a very long time now. I just see Darren Till as the far superior guy. And just in terms of cardio, man, I think Till's got better cardio than Brunson. Man, just watch Brunson, man. That's all I have to fucking say in this video. I don't know how I made it 12 minutes. Watch Brunson attempt to strike with someone after round 1. It's embarrassing. If he beats Darren Till, this sport is lost. Genuinely. I do not say that lightly. Derek Brunson being a top contender in any division at this point in his career is an absolute embarrassment. And it will solidify my opinion that the middleweight division is the fucking worst division in the entirety of the UFC. There's no way Darren Till can't beat Derek Brunson. And I dare the MMA gods to jinx it. I fucking dare them to. I'm sick of this shit. Logic will prevail. Darren Till will beat Derek Brunson because fucking look at him, man. I'm sorry. I don't care how blonde his fucking hair is either. He's losing this one. One check Brunson. See you later, bitch. And I'm going to go with TKO for Darren Till. I'll say round 3. Combination TKO against the cage. Brunson's starting to slow down a bit. Till's not much of a kicker really either for a striker, so that's actually going to benefit him quite a bit here, because there's not really going to be too much for Derek Brunson to grab a hold of and go for a takedown with. I think it benefits him quite well in this bout, and I think I can see him getting it done by TKO in the 3rd. Like and subscribe, and then we maybe get Paulo Costa versus Darren Till in a Scouser-geese Portuguese face-off. You know what I'm saying? Click that button up there. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Toodle pip.